Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine a life that, well, it reads like a really compelling novel. You've got ambition, totally unexpected turns, and this constant pull between vastly different worlds. Our deep dive today takes us into the extraordinary journey of one woman. Her story is just such a vivid illustration of how choices, who you associate with, and, well, the intricate threads of karma all intertwine. We're going to unpack a fascinating case study. This is drawn from an audio recording detailing her life and the profound karmic explanations behind her really unique circumstances.
Yeah, what's truly captivating here is how her experiences, from pretty impressive professional success to a really profound spiritual awakening, reveal the intricate, often unseen workings of cause and effect. So our mission isn't just to recount what happened, right? It's to extract those universal nuggets of insight, helping us understand not just her story, but why it offers such crucial lessons for all of us, for you listening.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's jump right into a life that saw her transform from, like, a skilled fashion designer to being revered as a Madonna, all while being caught between two incredibly contrasting worlds.
Okay, so our subject was a bright and gifted student, but despite not getting support for higher education, she showed incredible resilience. She pivoted, right? Went to vocational school.
Mm.
And by her early 20s, actually, even before she turned 20, she'd already established herself as a highly skilled fashion designer and beautician. Quite impressive. She married a Thai civil servant, had 2 children, but their paths diverged when he entered politics, and that led to their separation. And, this initial trajectory, the one forged from that lack of educational support, it really highlights a remarkable spirit of self-reliance, adaptability, too.
Yeah.
She wasn't someone who waited for opportunity. She really carved her own way. And it kind of sets the stage for a life where she continually navigates against the tide, demonstrating this inner strength that, well, it would be tested profoundly later on.
That resilience is absolutely key, and her professional skill was just undeniable. She was so talented that renowned beauty schools and salons actually competed for her services, offering her pretty high salaries.
Wow.
Ultimately, she chose to work at a famous salon in the bustling Sukhumvit area, owned by an Australian madam. And there, she put in incredibly long hours, like 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, shows real dedication. Now, this professional life, however, it also brought her into close contact with a very specific social circle, which, well, would soon play a pretty significant role. A substantial portion of her clientele were individuals from the nightlife industry, often referred to as stars from well-known massage parlors. So right from the start, she was immersed in a very particular social sphere.
Right. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, it's a powerful illustration, isn't it? How the environments we choose, or maybe just find ourselves in, can start to subtly weave these threads of connection, future entanglement. This marks her first sort of indirect link to a specific social circle that would indeed play a much larger role later in her life. It shows us how our associations, even if they're initially professional and seem harmless enough.
Yeah, totally innocent.
They can have these far-reaching karmic implications, sometimes leading us down paths we just never anticipated.
And then came a real turning point. A Korean friend, fluent in Thai, invited her on a 7-day trip to Japan. The reason given: she looked tired, needed a break.
Yeah.
Seemed like a kind gesture, Rob.
Okay, let's unpack this one, though. Because this seemingly innocent offer presented as concern for her well-being, it reveals a much deeper, more complex lesson. It turns out the Korean friend later used her photos from this exact trip to deceive her beautician clients, those night workers we just mentioned.
The stars.
Right, the stars. Deceived them into going to work in Japan. The implication was that our subject's presence, her trust in the situation, meant it was all safe and legitimate. And crucially, this happened without her initial knowledge. She was essentially unknowingly used as a tool of deception.
Wow. That's a powerful and disturbing point. Being used like that without knowing. Does that mitigate her own karmic responsibility? Or does just the association itself still carry a weight, even if she was unwilling at the start?
That's an excellent question about the nuances of karma. While her initial intent was pure and she was unaware of the deception, the principle of kamakub kampan, the karma of associating with bad company, it's at play here.
Right.
Even an unwitting association can lead to consequences because the energy of that negative intention or action, it touches you. It creates connections that will later manifest. It really highlights the importance of discerning our connections, even those that seem harmless at first glance.
That's a vital takeaway. So feeling weary, exhausted from her life in Thailand, she eventually decided to move to Japan. But even before that, another interesting karmic thread popped up. She met a Japanese man in Thailand who'd lost everything to fraud. He asked her to register their marriage purely for benefits and easier entry into Thailand. What started as just helping him out quickly became another big responsibility for her. This man, interestingly, was consistently defrauded in his business dealings and eventually went back to Japan. And, adding to her burdens, her first Thai husband kept seeking her help even after they had separated.
And what's truly fascinating here are the intricate karmic threads connecting her to both these men. For the Japanese husband, the karmic explanation reveals that in a past life, when she was actually a male gangster, he was her subordinate, following her commands. So this past karma brought them together as husband and wife in this life, with her taking on the burden of caring for him, a kind of reversal of roles, or repayment. His constant suffering from fraud, meanwhile, that's his own past karma playing out. Repaying for having defrauded many others himself, it's a very clear illustration of how past actions influence present circumstances, often showing up in relationships and money situations.
So she's basically inheriting or fulfilling karmic debts from her own past lives and also getting tangled up in the karmic repayments of others around her. Her life in Japan, then, was incredibly difficult, marked by these really complex responsibilities. Then, one day, she meets an influential Thai man at a coffee shop. He spoke fluent Thai, had lived there before, and he asks her to use her name to contact Thai girls back in Thailand and arrange jobs for them in Japanese restaurants or massage parlors.
Right. And this is where her reputation truly begins its stark duality. She absolutely refused the commission he offered, wanted no part in it.
Good for her.
But he retaliated by threatening her life. He even showed her a video demonstrating potential harm if she didn't comply. So unable to escape, her name then became irrevocably associated with this influential group for recruiting girls. This is a direct, chilling manifestation of kama kub kanpan, the karma of associating with bad company even when forced. It really demonstrates how external forces can pull us into these karmic streams we desperately try to avoid.
That sounds like an absolute nightmare, being forced into a position like that. Yet what's truly remarkable is that at the very same time, she earned another completely different reputation, May Fra, which translates to Madonna. She actively helped distressed Thai girls who were in Japan on overstayed visas or couldn't afford a flight home. She found them jobs and even threatened employers to ensure they were paid fairly. Her name was simultaneously reviled by some and revered by others.
It just highlights the powerful paradoxical contrast in her life, doesn't it? She was simultaneously sought by the police because her name was being used in this human trafficking operation due to her forced association with that group.
And revered as a Madonna for her genuine compassion and selfless help to others. This perfectly illustrates how mixed karma, both positive and negative actions, some unwillingly incurred, others intentionally kind, can create distinct, sometimes contradictory outcomes within a single life.
Yeah.
Her inherent good intentions to help others coexisted with the unfortunate consequences of her unwilling bad associations. It paints a picture of profound moral complexity.
What an emotionally draining existence that must have been. Feeling utterly confused, burdened, and just completely tired of her life in Japan, she longed for Thailand. And at this point, she also developed this strong, almost sudden desire to build Buddha statues. She believed it would bring great merit.
And here's where her path takes a profound turn, and it's really not by chance. This sudden, powerful spiritual inclination wasn't arbitrary at all. It was the positive result of her old merit she'd accumulated over many lifetimes, with the Sangha finally coming to fruition.
Yeah, for listeners, the Sangha refers to the monastic community, the spiritual lineage that preserves and teaches the Buddhist path. This ancient connection was now drawing her back towards a path of spiritual growth and awakening, like a deeply planted seed finally germinating,
And the timing, as you mentioned, was just uncanny. While she was preparing to go back to Thailand, she literally stumbles upon a magazine in a Thai restaurant in Japan. It featured an article about building personal Buddha statues at the Mahadhammakaya Setiya. Now, for those unfamiliar, the Mahadhammakaya Setiya is a significant stupa, a reliquary, a place of profound spiritual importance, especially in the Dhammakaya tradition. She immediately rushed back to Thailand to request permission to build a statue there. But the universe, it seemed, had an even more direct path planned for her. A monk in Thailand told her that a new Tokyo meditation center was actually opening in Akabane in about a week. He invited her to return to Japan, the very place she had just longed to escape, and build the Buddha statues there instead. What an unexpected, almost divine turn of events.
Exactly. This sequence just underscores the profound impact of spiritual connection and, well, perfect timing. She was overjoyed, naturally, not only personally making merit, but also inspiring others to do the same. And her dedication was immense. She built over 20 core Buddha statues and 200 exterior ones. That's a total of more than 220 statues. She became a pioneer in establishing not just the Tokyo Meditation Center, but several other centers in Japan, too. And from that point on, she never returned to Thailand. She chose instead to fully commit to the Sangha and participate in every single merit-making activity. This wasn't just a pivot, it was a complete transformation of purpose, a spiritual rebirth, really.
What an incredible testament to the power of spiritual seeking and the pull of that accumulated merit. We've seen how deeply karma has shaped her individual path, but as we know, our karmic tapestry often extends to those closest to us. Let's now explore the intricate karmic patterns within her immediate family and how their past actions are manifesting now, starting with her children. Her son, for instance. Despite being kind-hearted, lots of friends, he struggles significantly with success. It's a common worry for parents, right? Seeing kids face challenges.
Indeed, it is. His lack of worldly success, well, it's attributed to current vices. Drinking, excessive socializing, and prioritizing entertaining friends over actually diligently earning money. This severely prevents him from saving or building a secure future.
Hmm.
Additionally, the insight is that he had limited merit from giving in past lives, which is a key factor in accumulating wealth and opportunity in this life. So to change this, he needs to, first, cease these vices, then diligently work, develop his skills, and critically center himself in merit and the triple gem.
The triple gem, right.
Yeah, the Buddha, the Dharma, his teachings, and the Sangha, the monastic community, the three refuges in Buddhism. This isn't just about effort, it's about shifting his fundamental focus and accumulating positive karma through virtuous living.
So it's not just about what he does now, but about building up that store of positive spiritual energy. Her daughter, on the other hand, faces a serious health issue, a uterine tumor.
Yes, and this condition is linked directly to past life karma of sexual misconduct. Her chances of full recovery are estimated at about 50-50. Now, she can benefit from her mother's accumulated merit, but only if she genuinely approves of it, is happy for her mother's spiritual actions. However,
Right.
it would be far, far more beneficial if she actively engaged in her own merit making. Through charity, observing precepts, those moral guidelines for right living and consistent meditation, this active engagement will help diminish the effects of her past heavy karma much more effectively than just relying on her mother's merit. It's about taking responsibility for her own spiritual path.
And what about a mother's natural worry for her children? I mean, when faced with such profound challenges and these complex karmic explanations, how can that worry be managed effectively? Is there a right way to worry?
Well, worrying isn't inherently wrong, but it should be, let's say, rightly directed, meaning it should lead to constructive action, not just anxiety. The key for the mother is to cultivate a clear and pure mind through her own meditation and spiritual practice.
Okay.
From that place of clarity, she can then effectively guide her children, encourage them, above all, to seek Kalyanamitra good friends. These are spiritual friends or positive influences who will lead them towards wholesome actions and a deeper understanding of the value of merit. In fact, good companionship is often considered the entire foundation of the spiritual path.
That's powerful guidance. Now let's explore the karma of her parents. This provides another layer to the family story. Her father, a farmer, died experiencing bloody diarrhea and vomiting a very painful and distressing end.
Yes, and this suffering was understood to be directly due to his karma from consuming alcohol and killing animals for food during his lifetime. After death, he went to Yamaloka. For our listeners, Yamaloka is often described as a lower realm of existence, a challenging dimension where beings experience the direct, difficult consequences of negative actions performed in life.
Right.
He's currently suffering there, being forced to drink hot molten copper. Apparently, he desperately desires merit to escape this torment, finding the hot molten copper extremely unappetizing, to say the least. This really illustrates how heavy negative karma can lead to intense suffering in subsequent existences.
That's a very vivid and stark image of karmic retribution. And her mother. She had a good social standing during her life, but faced significant hardship later. Lost her inheritance, forced to relocate multiple times.
Yes, and this stemmed from past life karma, where she herself had seized the inheritance of her siblings, causing them to move and suffer, mirroring her own experience exactly in this life. After death, she initially became a stray spirit, a lower state of existence. However, upon receiving dedicated merit from her daughter,
From her subject.
exactly, she ascended to a better state as a Brahmathiva. A Brahmatheva, for listeners, is a celestial being in a higher, more blissful realm, a direct result of the positive merit transferred to her. So both parents, even in their differing current states, one suffering, one in a higher realm, yearn for more merit to further improve their conditions. This shows the profound impact of intergenerational merit and how our actions can reach beyond our lifetime to benefit loved ones.
What a striking testament to the power of merit to shift destinies, even after death. Okay, finally, let's address our subject's popular restaurant business. It was expanding, successful, but she now wishes to abandon it because of her spiritual awakening and her deep commitment to the Sangha. She's asking for guidance on this huge life decision.
Right, so what does this all mean for her path forward? For someone at this pivotal moment? Well, the advice is clear. She should indeed cease her current business if it continues to accrue negative karma. Even if it's successful in worldly terms, any income derived from actions that harm or exploit even indirectly will generate adverse karmic effects. Instead, she should transition to asama ajiva.
A right livelihood.
Exactly, right livelihood. This refers to earning a living in a way that doesn't cause harm or exploit others, aligning with ethical principles. Even if the income might be less, the money earned would be pure, and any merit made with such pure funds would be far, far greater. The key is to earnestly accumulate merit and continuously keep it in mind, because that purity of intention and action is what truly propels spiritual growth and, ultimately, lasting well-being.
What an incredible, multi-layered journey this deep dive has been, revealing the complex tapestry of one woman's life, just so intricately woven with karma, choice, and profound transformation. From a successful entrepreneur caught in this web of exploitation to a dedicated spiritual pioneer, her story is truly a testament to the profound impact of our actions and associations, both the ones we see and the ones we don't.
Indeed. And the lessons here are universal, aren't they? The powerful and often subtle influence of kamakugkanpan, that karma of associating with bad company, the intricate ways past actions resurface in our present lives. And importantly, the immense potential for genuine transformation through sincere merit-making and cultivating a right livelihood. It's a powerful reminder that even amidst life's most challenging entanglements, the path to purity and spiritual growth is always open. It's always available for those who choose to walk it.
And for you, our listener, here's maybe a thought to ponder as you go about your day. How much of our own current reality, both the challenges and the triumphs, might be echoes from choices we've made and associations we've formed, both seen and unseen, maybe in this life or perhaps even before? What small intentional step could you take today to perhaps better discern your own path and consciously shape a more positive future?